Well, good morning, guys. I'm out here in the woods in the early pre-dawn as the sun begins to tinge the horizon just slightly. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, beautiful. Came out a couple of days ago, actually, to try and shoot a video. Let me lock the car, too, while I'm at it. Try and shoot a video. Didn't go so well. Coming back out already hasn't started well because I forgot lost my tripod. Not sure where it went. So this video will have some odd camera angles or whatever else. But out here, just practice some skills, return to nature a little bit here, and actually practice gratitude. That's a thing I've been lacking, I think. I think it has affected my mood and the people around me, and I want to come out to a place to center myself and practice some genuine gratitude and meditate on the things that I'm actually truly extremely grateful for moving into the new year of 2019. So come on with me. Come on this little hike. I'm going to find a spot. Hopefully it's great to set up a camp and make a fire and cook some food. So let's see what happens. Hello there. So found a spot where I'm going to set up a camp. This is actually the same spot where I tried to set up camp before when things weren't going well. So I know I've actually got some of the makings left here. You can see some of my logs from my fire heat reflector spot where I had set up the fire. So I'm going to recreate it a little bit here. I'm going to use the tarp this time. And then spend some time just really sitting here and enjoying this beautiful, beautiful space. You can see something behind me. So yeah, enjoying this beautiful space. Collect some fuel for fire, set up the tarp, and then talk to you guys a little bit along the way. Okay, got my tarp set up. It's kind of a bigger one than a lot of the other YouTubers I watch doing, but there it is. Took a little bit of finagling to get it up. I got myself a sitting log, a spot here that I'm going to put a small fire for cooking the food. Now I'm going to go get some wood. Okay, so I found this down dead guy here that I'm going to harvest for the wood. Now, one of the things that I want to just kind of bring to light about finding and harvesting wood out in the wilderness is you want to select dead wood for a couple of reasons. One, you're not cutting down a living tree and using it for shelter, and this is for fire and shelter. If you can find and use dead dry wood, use that, because with our diminishing forests having fallen apart as much as they have and the way they are, being able to sustain the livelihood of the living trees that respirate and pull CO2 out of the air and give us oxygen is a benefit to everybody. And if you do whatever you do for this land, you do to everyone. And the other part is, if you're trying to have firewood, it's dry, it's ready to go, it's ready to burn. Now, one of the things to know, the general wisdom and accepted practice is find and select already dead wood. I stand by that 100%. It's just I want to bring to your awareness something about that dead wood is that even after a tree or shrub has died, the remaining pieces still play a role in the ecosystem. So for instance, a standing dead tree, if it's up alive and it's dead, it's called a snag. And snags still provide habitat for insects and birds and squirrels and other things, depending on the size of the tree. And even the down woody debris you see here, if you've seen some of my other videos, I talk about how those provide food for bacteria and other insects, which then their byproducts provide food and nutrients for future plants. And so it's all this big interconnected web of things that have evolved alongside each other for millions of years. And so just know that, take as little as possible. Take only what you need, because that woody debris, that dead wood sitting in the forest still serves a purpose. If you are collecting tinder, say, like we've got these guys right here, this is what we would call ladder fuel. So ladder fuel up a tree, a lot of conifers intentionally kill the wood, the branches that go up the tree for a number of reasons. One, in the forest you can kind of see light gets diminished, so there's no light getting there, so there's no food, but also as they die, they fall off over time. And that prevents, when small natural forest fires do come through, it prevents any flames on the forest floor from being able to scale up the tree into canopy fires. When you hear about controlled burns and certain thinning practices in forest management, one of the things they manage is ladder fuels in order to prevent any naturally occurring fires on the forest floor from escalating into massive canopy fires. So when you're collecting fuel, sometimes down woody debris is doing the forest a favor, depending on how much is there and how much fuel is available for wildfires. It may not be. Take only what you need. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying don't take more than you need. And when you're limbing small trees for that dry tinder, you might be doing those trees a favor, actually. So let's go.